This episode on Sailing Popao.
The question is, what fish is he going to lose today?
It's been smashed by a shark.
We check out tropical Fitzroy Island.
It looks like
Straight out of Chernobyl.
And we try our hand at smoking some Mack Tuna on our tiny boat barbecue.
It'll determine what happens to the next one that jumps on the lure.
Hill?
Oh, after a whole week at the reef, it's time to go in, unfortunately. Very bittersweet.
What happened? Did we get our doggy?
Did not get our doggy. Only saw one small one. Saw a couple of big marlin, lots of wahoo. Had a crazy encounter with 2 needlefish. That was pretty cool. Saw the biggest Spanish I've ever seen through that swim. Got some really nice moo, a big eye sea bream. Yeah, all in all, can't complain. Awesome trip, and can't wait to get out here again already.
Time to head back to land and get some new sunglasses.
Yeah.
Those look so wonky on you.
Well, they are a little bit long.
They're wired back together.
Yeah, we've got a nice, 15 to 20 knots. What have we got? 13 knots at the moment.
It'll be a slow sail.
Yeah, it's not great, but oh well.
Where are we going?
Gonna head back in to Fitzroy Island and chill out there. It's gonna blow up about 25 knots for the next week or so. So time to hide and plan our next adventure. And yeah.
Yeah, back to land, do some editing, get a little bit of land time, which is always nice. Not too much though. Nice sail.
About 15, 16 knots. We're doing 5.9, 6-ish. Not bad. Beautiful.
Bit of swell around, it shows you just how much that reef was giving us protection.
Over there.
Michael's on. Question is, what fish is he going to lose today?
Look at him go.
Whoa! That is a big fish. I think it's a little tuna. Put up a good fight, Michael.
Yeah, for a ghost fish.
For a dead fish. Something smashed it too. Look at this. Wow, that's crazy. So I think we'll save that for crab bait.
It's a big Mack Tuna.
Massive.
Mack Tuna been smashed by a shark.
So that's what that big splash was.
Yeah.
It was getting smashed by a shark or something. Still going.
Give me a knife.
But time to get this boat back on track. We've got sails going everywhere. Powered up.
Oh yeah, that thing, quick.
Alrighty. Back on course. We've had a bit of a sail change. It's come around a little bit more on our beam. Still just behind us. And doing about 8 knots. 7 to 8 knots. Cruising along very nicely.
Fitzroy Island hasn't always been a tourist destination. During the gold rush, it was a Chinese quarantine station. Later on, used as a base for bêche de mer fishermen, then an Aboriginal mission, and finally a coastal watch station during World War II.
Alright, well, we'll be there shortly.
What's happening?
tide out the next blow. Little
Not much
sad
of a
to
blow.
be away from the reef, but okay. Anyway, Manariki's in there, Della's in there.
We left Manariki. Where did we leave them last?
Manariki left us in Airlie.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
it's been a while. So it'll be good to catch up with everyone, have a few beers, trade war stories tonight, and
Relax a bit.
relax. Why are we so tired, Jess?
We've been chasing dogtooth tuna all week. Unfortunately, we haven't been very lucky, but yeah, we're pretty exhausted because, like we were saying yesterday to Della, going to the reef for us is not relaxing because we want to make the most of our time out there. So we have just been diving every day, like most 2 or 3 of the days that we spent chasing dogtooth tuna, we're out there from sunrise to sunset sort of thing.
Doing 40 nautical mile runs in the tender.
Yeah, 40 nautical miles in the tender, and yeah, we're so wrecked. So it's nice to come back after a week into a good anchorage and just relax because I'm exhausted. Oh, we're doing 10 knots.
10 knots here.
So we did descend. But
Yeah, take this. I need
Yeah.
to concentrate.
we need to sail. She's hot. After much driving around, we have finally arrived at Fitzroy, dropped the pick, and it is absolutely stunning. So a lot of moorings in here, which sort of makes it a little bit complicated for us to anchor in because everyone swings a little bit differently. We just hate anchoring in crowded anchorages. We absolutely suck at it because we try to avoid them as much as possible, but it is absolutely beautiful here, so there's usually a reason everyone's in the same spot. Yeah, it is stunning. We'll show you around a little bit later. I'm gonna sit down and relax for a little bit. Pretty good way to spend my birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, everyone.
I couldn't have asked for a better way to spend my birthday, kicking back on the beach and soaking up the sun on this small tropical island. Fitzroy Island is just a few miles out of Cairns. With white sandy beaches and far away enough from Croc territory, it's a popular day trip from the city. The anchorage is flat out with boats ferrying people to and from the mainland all day, a trip of which only takes about 45 minutes each way.
Where are we, Jess?
Fitzroy Island, climbing up this huge hill. It's paved, which is lovely.
That dirty water coming out of Cairns.
Oh no. That's the daggiest looking lighthouse I've ever seen. It looks like
Straight out of Chernobyl.
I'm sure those tiles are out of the public bathroom. Yeah, definitely don't cruise Australia for the landmarks. Go to the Med if you want to look at nice stuff. We do have pretty impressive landscapes though. Look at this view. What an epic view.
Over the years, several ships have been wrecked on the reefs near Fitzroy Island. The first navigation light was installed on Little Fitzroy in 1923. 20 years later, a lighthouse was built on Fitzroy Island. The one we can see today was built in 1973 and was never quite as bright as the original on Little Fitzroy. And after years of unsuccessful changes, they decommissioned it and installed a new one back on Little Fitzroy. Thoughts, Michael?
Beautiful. Great view right at the top there.
Worth the hike?
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty easy, hey?
Yeah. Easier than the Sid Harbour one.
Yeah, heaps easier.
The last bit's similar to the Sid Harbour hike.
Yeah, that was a struggle. I was seriously overheating there.
Just was suffering.
Oh, it was. I got a headache.
Yeah, it's nice. We just can't see our boat from here, which sucks.
Yeah. We're just behind the rocks there.
Spend all day trying to get off the boat, and all you want to do is when you get off the boat is look at the boat. I think the day you don't want to look at the boat is when you should probably buy a caravan.
Yeah, probably.
You can see Popao from up here. Looks so good from up here. That boat's gone finally.
Push it down the hill.
That would be so fun.
That tree's trying to. Look at it.
You can hear the ferries doing their little spiel.
Scary.
Why?
Oh wow. What a view. Look at that.
Still butterflies everywhere here too.
Funny colour, eh? Good camera. There's another one coming.
What's going on down here, Michael?
Caught a little, well, a big Mack Tuna on the trawl. It's like the first thing we've caught on line for God knows how long. And yeah, shark ate half of it. And usually I'll just poo-poo them. They're really bloody and smelly fish. But we bought a little smoker box and some wood chips. And we're not really going to use it with crab bait or burley, so I'm going to try smoking it. Just making up a brine now. So I've got 3 cups of water, about 3/4 of a cup brown sugar, some salt, a bit of peppercorns, and a bit of kombu seasoning. And I'll just brine that for maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, and then leave it out on a rack in the fridge open overnight to form the pellicle. And then tomorrow I'll smoke it. See how we go.
What's the pellicle?
Pellicle's like a sticky layer, the crust that forms on the fish when the brine dries up in the fridge, and then the smoke really sticks to that. It's like the key for smoking stuff.
It's like that seedy layer that forms on top of food. This is the... Ugh, that looks hideous.
What am I looking for?
But isn't it meant to be underwater? So fully submerged?
Yeah, that's why I'm making more.
Oh, okay. I'm just packing an esky, and we are going to spend the afternoon on that beach. I've got to say, that looks disgusting. It really does.
I think it looks good.
That tuna.
So I've just had it in the brine for about 4 hours, and then just cooling in the fridge to form the pellicle. So you can see that kind of sheen, lacquer-like covering on the outside that helps seal in the moisture and helps the smoke stick to the fish. So I'm just trying to set up how I'm going to smoke it in the actual barbecue. So we've got the Mack Tuna, what was left, the shark left us, and a piece of coral trout as a bit of a baseline to see the difference.
What's the story, Michael? Because I know a lot of people feel different ways about Mack Tuna and just like not fish that are eaten very well, but...
Well, it's just a bloody, oily fish that, I don't know, generally people turn their noses up on. I do. But I've shot a sailfish before and we smoked that, and that was some of the best smoked fish we've ever had, better than the good stuff that we'd smoked. We smoked dogtooth tuna, kingfish, side by side, and the sailfish, which is a darker, redder meat, I think it just lends itself to smoking better. So let's see what happens with this Mack Tuna, and it'll determine what happens to the next one that jumps on the lure. Oh, that was quick. I didn't even time how long that was, but it happened quick.
15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, what I kind of expected. Barbie got to about 100 degrees, which is a bit hotter than I wanted, but I don't know.
So what do you got going on there with that digital?
I've got the smoker box underneath, and then a water tray, then a rack, and then I've got the fish on top of that.
And that is just straight on the flames, is it?
Well, it's kind of like semi-indirect heat.
It's a bit rocky here today, as you can tell from my shocking filming. I can't get a close up. Sorry guys, that's the fish done. Smells really good. That trout looks yum.
Oh, yum.
Good.
So good.
That's the trout?
That's a trout. Try that. Hot.
Oh.
Bloody good.
It almost tastes like crab.
It's delicious.
It's really sweet like crab. That actually tastes like mud crab. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Doesn't that taste like crab?
It's pretty good.
That's crazy.
Alright, let's try this.
I'm not convinced yet with the Mack Tuna.
I think it'll be good.
That trout tastes like crab.
There's the Mack Tuna.
You can give me a shot of that. It looks so foul.
It's dark. I think it'll be okay. Yum.
Really?
It's great. Try that.
Oh, that looks...
That's really good. Not bad at all. Not fishy, not...
That would be delicious in a dip. Yum.
It's delicious by
Chewier.
itself.
Definitely chewier, but the trout, that... give me some more.
Oh well. That's really good. That Mack Tuna came out delicious. The trout is awesome. Tastes like a piece of crab. Put it in the barbie. At the lowest heat it would go, it started at about, I don't know, 60 degrees and got up to about 100. Took the fish out when the thickest piece was 55 degrees internal temperature, which is like 130 Fahrenheit. And yeah, box of, what was it, mesquite, apple and cherry combo wood in there with the water tray. That was so good. 15 minutes or something in the barbie. Perfect.
We're definitely cooking that again. My favourite thing for smoked fish is it's just a really good ingredient and things like pasta, and you can make fish dips and ravioli, everything. We could, yeah. We'll make something next episode.
That is so good. That Mack Tuna is amazing. Yeah, thanks for watching, and try it out. It's bloody delicious. Give us a thumbs up if you like this. We noticed a lot of people in our YouTube algorithm watching are not subscribers. Like 80% aren't subscribers. So if you do like what you see, please subscribe. It'll really help us out. And if you are subscribed, maybe just mention us to your friends and see if we can up those numbers.
Join us next episode where we make a quick stop in Cairns before heading out to the reef, where we continue our search for the elusive dogtooth tuna.
No!
How big do you reckon it was?
Fish wraps for lunch. Not bad.
If you'd like to support us further, you can join us on Patreon for ad-free, early video, bonus content and perks. A huge thanks to our current patrons for your ongoing support, and welcome on board, Kelly.
Happy birthday, Jess. Catch up with you a bit later in the day. Got some prezies for you.
Up next we have Julian singing Happy Birthday in Portuguese.
Parabéns pra você nessa data querida. Muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida. Viva Jess!
Obrigado. Is that right?
No idea.
Obrigado.
Serve the best dance ever.
What's that jar in the background? Because that looks really suspicious.
That?
Yeah.
That's my urine.
What is it really? The oil jar.
That's just the oil. So we
use that to deep
reuse
fry.
our oil when we deep fry stuff, and then eventually it just gets worn up, and we add more oil to it. It kind of turns into like a oil master stock. Everything we cook from it tastes delicious.
It does, even the popcorn.